talking about different businesses that we've had over the years. So we talked about our web design business, our ground maintenance business, and now we're going to move on to our commercial cleaning business. So it did not start as a commercial cleaning business. It started as a residential cleaning business. And what's funny about this, what happened was we had so many customers that we had in our other businesses that said, hey, do you know anybody that cleans houses? Well, I don't, but we can. So we started a cleaning business, a residential cleaning business, and we started cleaning houses. I mean, we started out pretty quick with a lot of homes, a lot of cleaners, and shortly after that, we start getting customers ask, hey, can you clean our office building? Hey, we're looking for a new cleaning service. Do you guys do commercial cleaning? Well, we didn't. They didn't know that, but I told them, yeah, we sure do. And we started commercial cleaning. And again, we didn't have any formal training. We didn't have anything. We just did it. And guess what? It worked. It worked very well. I did a few trainings, etc. Obviously, you want to appear that you know what you're doing. You can't just go out there and just do a few things and say, hey, yeah, we can clean commercial buildings. It's a little different from residential. And long story short, very quickly, we developed our own process, we developed our own system, and we started cleaning commercial properties. We did office buildings, 2-story, 3-story. We did factories. Some of our clients included Caterpillar, car dealerships, government contractors, banks, schools. We did it all. You name it, we did it. Movie theaters, restaurants. We cleaned KFC restaurants for a while in Texas and Oklahoma. And the movie theaters we did was in Richardson and Irving. I think we did a little bit in Carrollton as well. These are Texas. But yeah, we went hard at it. There was a company called Finisar that used to make Apple products for cell phones. I got on the stage and there was a meeting, I got on the stage and met the Apple CEO, gave him my card, and then I met the CEO of the Finisar company at the same time, and I said, hey, look, we're here. You need somebody to take care of this new facility. I'm your man. And the guy calls me back. I was shocked. The guy calls me back and says, hey, you're hired. So he hired us to clean this massive factory with clean rooms. We had, they had a laundry service that we had to take care of. And what we did, I said, hey, well, I'm not a laundry service. So we piled that laundry in the back of a truck and took it to a laundromat and paid those guys to wash and fold. And then they'll package it for us. We'll have staff pick that laundry up and go drop it off over at Finisar. So, the things that we've done, most people, they don't know the half of it. You'd be surprised at the amount of things that I got our company into with this cleaning business. And we were making tons and tons of money. The money was coming in like no other. And the biggest issue with this company was personnel. And and I think that's with any company, obviously, but again, I'm only talking on my experiences. I can't talk for others. But slowly after that, we started canceling all of our residential cleaning properties just because we couldn't keep up. I couldn't hire enough people. We just could not keep up. And we had a lot of angry customers. Some of those customers we've serviced for 10 years, some of them 5. Pretty much all of our customers that we've ever had, we've always kept. We never lost customers unless they just didn't pay their bill or they moved away. So, again, very fortunate with this and the way it worked. I will say this, on our commercial cleaning business, my number one goal with all of our business, but especially the cleaning business, to be consistent. And I wanted to provide a consistent service, and I don't want anybody calling saying, hey, we don't have this, we don't have that, they didn't do that. So a lot of times what I did, I would make my rounds and go check the properties after they've been serviced or while they were serviced. Sometimes I would just say, hey, I'll service it myself. And I did. So a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, a lot of running around, a lot of miles on vehicles. I've always had multiple vehicles. And you have people that say, why do you have so many vehicles? Well, you just don't understand. You don't get it. Let me borrow one of your vehicles and put a bunch of miles on it in 1 year. So, I enjoy multiple vehicles because I have different purposes. So I have a certain vehicle I may use to run around that I can rack up a bunch of miles and it doesn't matter. And I like a vehicle that I like to use for my personal use where I don't put a bunch of miles on it. So anyways, that's that. But the consistency part, that's what really got our business in trouble. And obviously years later, I started to see that I'm not Superman. I can't go everywhere. I'm getting wore out. And I'm sure everybody's seen the show Pinky and the Brain. I used to have a joke with another guy that I partnered with on some other things, and we would race to the office in the morning at 5 a.m. to see we would race in the morning at 5 a.m. to see who gets there first. And, he would always ask me, what are you up to today? He would ask me, what are you up to today? And I would say, well, the same thing I'm up to every day. I'm trying to take over the world. And I'll tell you, I was on a roll. You name it, pretty much all of the commercial properties we serviced. My company serviced. We were known. We also did radio stations in Paris, Texas, and in Sherman, Texas. But you name it, we did it. We had a soup factory, Campbell's Soup. One time they really tried to get in touch with us, but at that time, man, I was so busy. I had a call center with 300 employees in it. Not our employees, there's 300 employees that worked there. So I had to have a day porter, I had to have a night crew. And then we had Caterpillar facilities, and I had to have 4 people on a shift at night, 1 day porter. It's just, we were just so busy and trying to get people hired to do things. It was just the worst. And I tried to move slow in a way because I knew if I kept taking on all these big properties, I'm just going to fail because I can't do them all myself. I can't hire enough people quick enough. There just wasn't enough time in the day. And this business, the commercial cleaning business, is what really kept me from my family because it is high demanding, but it was high paying. But we were living the life off of that business. I tell you, you want to talk about living the life. We ate out non-stop, good meals. We did shopping. I bought so many things, motorcycles, and I mean that business allowed me to pretty much do everything I ever wanted to do in life, get everything I wanted in life, and I'm very happy with that. But it came for a price. It did come with a price that you sacrifice your family time, and I can't get that time back, but I don't regret it, because now I'm in a position where I can enjoy my family a lot more, and I can be around now, especially as they're a little older, and we still do our activities. We go to the beach. We love the beach. We love camping. The girls, they love being in their sports, so we're enjoying those things, and I'm getting to enjoy that, all because of that cleaning business is what really, if you want to say it, put us on the map. So as years went on, again, I got to a position where I thought, okay, let me try to back off a little bit and try to delegate some of this stuff to somebody else. And that was the worst thing I ever did. Again, this is, for me, my experience. I should have never did that. Things started to just be honest, things started to kind of fall apart. People don't care about things like you do. And, I tried to salvage as much as I could. And at the end of the day, I came to the conclusion to where, hey, I'm just going to have to start letting customers go, because employees are just becoming difficult. They have certain assignments and tasks that they're supposed to do, and I mean, they're not doing it. Or they're not doing it properly. They continue to want to do things the way they want to do, and it just wasn't working. So anyways, so I slowly started to say, hey, I'm just going to stop taking on new accounts. We're not going to have to keep hiring a bunch of people, and we'll just kind of leave things as they were, which was still excellent. I mean, nothing at this point in the business, everything was still great. We didn't have any major issues. Now, I will say today, in today's time, at the current state, and I didn't mention this in one of our other videos, we do still service a few properties, not many. We do have a school that's been a long-term client of ours that we still service. Hopefully they're still happy with the level of services provided. We still service a church that's been a long time, two churches, that's a long time client of ours, and a couple other office buildings that have been a long-term client of ours since 2010. Most of those customers have been with us since 2010, so we still service those, and we hope to continue to service those, but we don't have any intentions of growing. So that's the cleaning business. We've had a lot of ups and downs with employees, and I learned a lot from that business, and I tell you, it was the cleaning business. It's a fun business to be in, but it's a difficult. This road, I tell you, it's raggedy. It's a difficult business to be in, just because of the level of employees that you have to hire, and at the rate that you pay them. And I mean, there's only so much you can pay. There's only so much people will pay your business to provide commercial cleaning services. So, but yeah, we ran with that, and I mean that business was just, that business was wonderful. All right, so moving up to the COVID times, we're still rocking and rolling, and now we have COVID, and we have all these companies that are starting up, and hey, we provide disinfectant services and all this other stuff, and we always laughed, and we had our clients, they would call us and say, hey, do you think we should hire one of those companies? These companies were charging thousands and thousands of dollars to come into these factories, these buildings, these office buildings, tax offices, hospitals, and say, hey, we can come in and disinfect. We look like Ghostbusters, and we're coming in and we're disinfecting, and they made it all look good, and all these fancy suits and equipment and all those things. And what we responded to all of our clients was, the disinfectant that we have done all these years is all we need. That's it. That's all we need. We didn't need any type of special chemical. We didn't need to do anything different from what we were already doing. Yeah, did we step it up a little bit? Yes, of course. But there's no need to pay these guys all this additional money. There's not. And what's funny, most of those companies today, now, most of them are out of business. They've taken all, they've made millions during this COVID time, but now they're out of business because, nobody wants to hire that type of service. You don't need that type of service. If you hire people that do what they're supposed to do, you don't need to hire somebody else. You just don't. And again, we didn't lose any customers during that time period. We didn't have any company come into any of our locations to provide any of those services. Matter of fact, we were actually called in to other people's business and to other people's buildings that other people serviced because of just referrals. I mean, most of our business anyway, since day one, it's all been a referral business. We didn't do any advertising. We didn't do any marketing. We didn't do any of that stuff. It was just word of mouth and the reputation that, hey, these guys will show up and they'll do what they're supposed to do. My teams, they were in uniform, and it wasn't a full uniform, right? But we had tops. We had either a scrub top or we had a shirt top, and they had to wear jeans, appropriate jeans, and tennis shoes. I mean, we had strict standards. You can't show up to my business with blue hair. That's not happening. Holes all in your ears and holes in your pants, and the world we live in today, that's all you get. That's all the type of people you get now, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. If that's what you do, that's fine. If you want to color your hair and do it, I have nothing against it. I'm just saying, for me, my business, I had a reputation of, hey, this is a top of the notch business, and I'm talking about for all of our services that we offered, our commercial cleaning business, our web design business, our ground maintenance business. We don't play. We looked professional no matter what, and that's just how we rolled. And as the years gone on, again, since COVID, times have really got hard to where it's just hard to hire anybody that understands and appreciates certain values. And since COVID, and I have another business we'll talk about on the next videos about our construction business, but I just eventually started to reduce our commercial cleaning business. And I'll leave it like that for now, and we'll move on to the next video, and I'll explain that a little further of why we decided to do that. But if you're looking for a business to get into, I would recommend getting into the cleaning business. It's not much of a startup cost. It's not much that you really need to do. Yeah, it's important to have certain trainings and certificates, in which we did that. But I'm just saying, if you're looking to get out of the normal 9-to-5 grind and you're trying to make more money, you can do an office building on your own, clean a couple houses on your own, and make more than you're making at a 9-to-5 job, if that's something that you wanted to do. I'm not saying you've got to go out and hire a bunch of employees. I know plenty of people, that's what they do, or they work for somebody else. Like, we have people that work for us, they have their main job and they do this as a part-time job, and you know, they see it a lot better than working at Target or one of these fast food restaurants, etc. So anyways, that's the cleaning business. I hope you're enjoying these talks, trying to getting to see how we got here where we are in our life and in our businesses. And I hope you like our videos and subscribe. We have more to come. Have a good day.